Greetings of the day, and today we are going to discuss about installations of utility tools. Means we will study about how can we install the drivers, and if the drivers are already installed and downloaded, how can we update those drivers. So in today's lab class of PC assembly and troubleshooting, we will study how can we download and update the various drivers. Now the first is how to install the drivers. Basically, driver is what? It is one of the software that device used to work with your PC. So every peripheral, it may be a speakers, it may be printers, even a window have the drivers. If we are using Wi-Fi, we have to install the drivers associated with any input output device. So driver is what? It is the software that we use to work with PC, that is personal computer or desktop. Let us suppose that when your device is not working properly, we are getting some types of problem. It means device is not working properly. We can just check if the drivers is installed correctly or not. Let us suppose that downloaded is not completed and we are not able to install the drivers properly. So if we face any type of problem and when we see my device is not working properly, it start giving the errors, then we just need to check if the driver is installed correctly. So faulty drivers could always be caused. So if the driver are not installed properly or a problematic driver always create issues. To fix the problem of drivers, we just need to update the driver. Let us suppose that drivers are already downloaded in my computer system and I'm still working with such drivers. But at some point of time, they started to create any type of problem. My system start shutting down forcefully, or maybe it got hang or maybe it sometime it stopped working for some while. So if I face any type of problem, what I need to do, I just need to update the drivers. For some devices, for example, like for Windows, it can automatically update its driver. So sometime we are able to update the drivers automatically. For some devices, especially for external devices, we just need to install the updated drivers and then we need to download the driver manually. So basically drivers are what? Drivers is a software that is device uses to work with your PC. Let us suppose that if I want to connect the printer with my computer system, if I want to connect printer with my PC, I need to install the drivers of that printer. I just need to install the driver that are associated with that specific printer. If I just want to attach, let us suppose I just want to attach any external storage media like USB or anything else, I just need to install the drivers first. If the drivers of that associated device is already downloaded and installed in my computer system, then I am able to use such device. So when we feel the device is not working properly, means it starts creating the problems, it starts creating the disturbances, then in that case, what we need to do, we just need to fix that problem. And how can we fix this problem? We just need to update the already installed drivers. So for some cases, like Windows, they can automatically update their drivers when they feel any type of troubleshooting. Now we have following steps how to install the drivers. So first, if we want to install the drivers in a manual way, we just need to go to device manager. So first step is go to device manager. Then find the device that need to install driver. Let us suppose that I want to install the drivers of printer. So first what I need to do, I need to go to device manager. Then I need to find out the device whose drivers I want to install. Let us suppose I want to install the drivers of printer. Then I have to find that device whose drivers I want to install. Next and third step is that right click on the device. For example, I want to install the drivers of printer. I just need to right click over the printer. Then I need to select update driver software option. So these are the steps that we need to follow when we want to install any type of driver. So first, go to device manager. Second, we need to find out the device whose drivers we want to install. Once we find the device whose drivers we want to install. Just right click on that device. Let us suppose I want to install the drivers of printer, keyboard, mouse, speaker, USB. I just need to do the right clicking on that device. Then we need to select update driver software. So these are some of the steps that we have to follow while installing the drivers. So see, if this is the device manager and I just want to install the drivers of display adapter, click on this arrow, we will get this option, Intel HD graphics. Right click on this, we will get this message, update driver software. You want to update that driver software, you want to disable it, you want to uninstall it, or we want to scan it for some hardware changes, or at the end we want to check for the properties. So first you need to click on update driver software. Once we click the update driver software, then select browse my computer for driver software. So first step we need to do, the first step is go to device manager. Second step, select the device. Third step, right click on the device and click on update driver software. Once this is the description of third step, that is click on the update driver software. Next, we just need to select browse my computer for driver. So we have two options. Either we can search automatically for updated driver software. Second is browse my computer for software. Now I click on browse my computer for driver software. So we have two types. First, we can search automatically for updated driver software. And the second option that we have is to browse my computer for driver softwares. Now we have to select for browse my computer for driver softwares. Next is, then you have to select, let me pick from a list of device drivers on my computer. Select this. Let me pick from a list of device drivers on my computer. It means now when I will select this option, I will go to my computer. Then I will then I have the list of device drivers. I can select the device driver according to the device that I am choosing. Once we have selected with this, next step is to click on have a disk button. So click on have a disk. We just need to click over there and click on next. Next step is click browse button. So this is the browse button. Navigate to the folder where you save the downloaded driver file and browse the .inf driver file. It means if I have already installed a driver on my computer and I just want to update all these drivers, I just need to click on browse. When I click on the browse, I will go to my computer and on either on a drive local disk B or in a C or in a E, I can select out the drivers. That is a driver file that is already downloaded, and I just need to select the .inf driver file. Then click on the OK button, then next button. So just need to click on the OK button. Once we have done with browsing, we just need to click on the OK button. After that, click on the next button to finish the installing process. In some cases, you might be asked for an admin password or to confirm your choice. So these steps we need to follow while installing the device drivers. First is we just need to go to device manager. Then we just need to select out the device whose drivers we want to install. It may be any peripheral like the printer, scanner, keyboard, a graphics card, anything. Once the device is selected, we just need to right click on the device and then click on select update driver software. Now, see very carefully, we are updating the driver software. It means these drivers is already downloaded in the computer system. I just want to updating all these drivers. So once we have decided to update the driver software, we have to follow some very basic steps to find out where these downloaded drivers are stored. So just click on the update driver software, then browse my computer for driver software. I just want to check where I have this downloaded driver file. Then you have to follow very basic steps for updating drivers. So for updating the device drivers or for installing the device driver, what we need to do first, this is the desktop, and check for this PC. Right click on this PC, right click on this PC, then click on manage. Just a wait. Again, I'm repeating, go to this PC, right click on this PC. You have lots of options like open, pin to quick access, manage, pin to start, map, network drive, disconnect network drive, create shortcut, delete, rename, and properties. But we need to select manage. Now see, this is the computer management, and uh, system tools have task scheduler, event viewer, shared folders, performance, and device manager. So we are working with our device drivers. So just click on device manager. Again, I'm repeating, click on device manager. So we have a different types of devices like computer, we have a disk drive, we have a display adapters, we have a keyboard, monitors, adapters, print queues, processors. So I just, let us suppose I want to select like this, IDE. So click on this arrow. You can click any disk drivers, display adapters. Let us suppose I just want to check for display adapter. So display adapter, click on this arrow, display adapter. Now Intel HD graphics, right click on this because we have already studied in PPT. First, we need to go to device manager. Then we need to select the device whose drivers we want to update or we want to download. Let us suppose I want to update the drivers or I want to upgrade the drivers of display adapter. Click on this display adapter. Once we find this device, right click on this, and we have lots of options like update drivers, disable device, we can uninstall device, we can scan for hardware changes or properties. Now see one thing, it means drivers of display adapter is already downloaded in the computer system. That's why it's giving the option of update driver. It means driver is already in the system. What we need to do, we just need to update this driver. Click on update driver. Now we have two options, search automatically for drivers or browse my computer for drivers. So we have both options. Either we can search automatically for drivers or we can browse my computer for drivers. Browse my computer for drivers. Where I want to browse, I'm saying go to drive C, in the folder users, then online class, then documents. I can change this also. Let us suppose in a drive D and in a drive E. So we have to check for the destination where these drivers are downloaded. So we go to program files. Then here we can see the drivers. So we just need to select the driver that we want to update. Okay. So I see the application for searching of drivers. See, this is the name of the drive and program files. Go to next. Otherwise, we can select, let me pick from a list of available drivers. So after that, select the device driver you want to install for this hardware. Then click on have disk. Click on have disk. Then insert manufacturer installation disk. Then make sure that correct device drive is selected below. Then you can click over the browse. You can select this is the drivers. See, drivers, as we have already seen and studied in a PPT, it has a one downloaded driver file that is .inf. So as we have studied in a PPT, we have a downloaded driver file that is .in. Open. We can search for the driver over there and select the driver. Then cancel. Okay. And then click on the next. Click on next. Now drivers are installing. We have to wait for this. We have to wait for this. The process is going on. The process is going on. We have to wait for this because we are updating the drivers. So if you feel any type of problem, just close over there. So these are some of the steps that we have to follow for installing the drivers. Because in that case, the driver are already downloaded and updated. So if we try to update it again and again, it start creating problems. So what we need to do, we just, if you have downloaded driver file that is of .inf, then what we need to do, go to this PC, then you just need to follow some basic steps for updating the device drivers. So thank you so much, class, because in today's lecture, we have studied about what is device drivers, how can we download all these drivers, and once it is downloaded and installed, and let us suppose that later on we need to update and upgrade it, what steps we need to follow, and how can we update these device drivers. So make it sure that you all understand this and try to do this implementation at your side. Thank you so much.